From West Hollywood, California, the only news team that doesn't know what's on the teleprompter before they read it. Anyone who laughs or breaks loses points. This is Breaking News.
Welcome back to Breaking News, the show where we don't know what we're about to say and we aren't allowed to smile or laugh. I'm Taylor West.
And I'm Kanye Swift. What are the odds the two of us would be paired together? Crazy!
Well, there's a new sheriff in town. Literally. The county supervisors responding to an uptick in crime have installed old-timey Sheriff Wild Bill Bronson.
He's straight out of 1800s Old West and has the chafed thighs to prove it. When asked about his plan to address street crime, he said, "I plan to put it in God's hands, and if an outlaw needs to find God, my pistol can arrange an introduction."
Wild Bill will have a lot to contend with as the city has been under siege from Bad Brian and the Bad Brian boys.
He's a bad Brian.
That's for sure, but by no means the baddest Brian. The top 10 baddest Brians are, in order, Brian Mullaney, Brian Bill Hickok, Brian Wayne Gacy, Brian Von Ryan, Brian Hitler, Brian misdirected me, and Brian Bon Vivant.
3 more.
Brian Wilson, Brian Bo Bryan, and Brian Grant O'Brien.
Great. And let's not forget 80s DC band Bad Brains, which, when written, looks a lot like Bad Brian's.
Great point. Wild Bill will be rounding up a posse at dawn to ride out to Hangman's Pass. If anyone gets in his way, the sheriff promises to introduce them to God. It's nice that he has a catchphrase.
Yeah. A reporter asked the sheriff how that should sound to people in the age of police brutality, but everyone else told them to relax and just have fun with this.
In other news, the Department of Power expects rolling blackouts this weekend. Here with advice on how to make the most of being without electricity is our own Adele Dazeem.
Remember that reference? It's from a while ago.
Grant wrote this one. We don't need to wonder anymore.
We don't need to wonder anymore.
Thanks, guys. I'm Adele Dazeem. When the power goes out, the best way to spend time is on the lost art of conversation. So when your lights and screens fail you, take a highball out on your stoop and ask your neighbors
Grant wrote this.
probing questions about themselves. Everyone loves that. Start with religion. Everyone loves talking about that. Do they believe in God? If so, how can they possibly believe in something they have no proof for? If not, what makes them think they're smarter than almost every person in all of history? If they have their kids with them, talk to their kids in a very familiar way. Your neighbors, after all. Let's assume that goes well. I'm still talking, but it started a new box for me. The next thing to do is invite yourself into their apartment for a cup of coffee, and once you're inside, comment on the way their place smells. Does it smell like dog? Tell them. They might try to pivot to something innocuous like television. If they do that, be sure to throw out your hottest take, like Succession is overrated. This is Grant. Why is Siobhan with Tom anyway? He's such a fuckboy that it seems like more a plot device than a real relationship. Really dig in and insult things your neighbor enjoys. People like to be challenged. When the power comes back on, say, "Ooh, I guess you can make me another cup of coffee now." If there's a guest room, sleep there. Back to you, Taylor and Kanye.
Thanks, Adele. We now go to our food critic, Jack Kemp.
Wasn't that the name of Bob Dole's running mate in 1996? Another throwback.
Another Grant moment.
Thank you. I just had the misfortune of dining at La Luna, the newest restaurant on Broad Street. Terrible! They kept trying to serve me wine and seafood, but they refused to make me my favorite, a big bowl of oatmeal with a lot of whipped cream on top. Luckily, I have some here.
In the box, you mean? It would be weird. This feels like Grant. It's weird that I can see it steaming.
It's crazy how the cream collapses under the weight of more cream, so it all fits in the bowl. Oh, it's about to... There it goes.
Mmm.
The tiniest.
That's good. Back to you.
Well, Jack, we're a little short on time. I think you better eat that twice as fast as you are.
Yes, speed it up, Jack. Pick that bowl back up and eat faster.
Don't mind if I do. I'm so sad this is almost over.
Kind of regretting putting all that whipped cream on your bowl, aren't you now, Jack?
Nope. It's actually really good.
Currently on our screens, it says finish the bowl. And if anyone tries to move past this bit, I'm going to flip out in real life.
Now, a lot of this did feel like a Grant script, but Siobhan was spelled wrong, and we have a mutual friend named Siobhan.
That's the most Grant shit I can think of.
That's the way the character spells her name.
So Grant did write this script.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. What has this script touched? Porridge, highballs, a Bob Dole reference.
Hey.
This is a Grant memoir.
Check it out. If that food's solid, it's not for Grant.
Tasty. And it'll look basically the same the entire way through my tummy.
Thanks, Jack. Before we go, we'll announce that our loser this week is Allie.
What?
Because they couldn't stop laughing.
No.
Thanks for watching.